Alright, hopefully my last video to warbles on a lot. I think I can get done with this. So anyway, I did one Google search on, solar panels and cars. Came up with this hybrid. They put the panel right on the roof here. And the admission in the text is basically, they ask the question, can solar panels, blah, blah, blah. And the answer, for the most part, is no. In the case of the 2010 Toyota Polaris, an unidentified source from Toyota noted that the company's use of solar panels in the hybrid car was more of a symbolic gesture than a useful source of propulsion, explaining it's very difficult to generate enough power to move a vehicle with energy from the sunlight. Yeah, and I guess obviously if they have an efficient enough electrical system, they don't need a 30-watt source of electricity, a couple of batteries actually. You put a couple of A batteries in your car and it keeps your alternator from wasting 8 horsepower erroneously. Yeah, that would make, yeah, sure, okay, do that. Don't have a broken electrical system. I mean, if a solar panel makes your car not have a broken electrical system, well, that's probably a good idea. So anyway, I'll go back to my original comment. Just for all these people who think I provoked some sort of horror here, I didn't do that, and that I was rude first, and I wasn't. So I'm just going to read you my original little comment I posted on his video, just trying to say I'd like to support what you're doing, but I just don't think it's right. So anyway, I'd like to be more supportive of this idea. Unfortunately, I don't think it is as practical as you make out. Would not it be better to make the panel portable and just make it quick connect to the car battery? So I made the simple argument that, yeah, leave the panel, have it pointed at the sun, get the most use out of it, have it recharge a battery, and then use the energy to recharge the battery in your car. To me, infinitely more sensible. Anyway, when the car is moving, engine running, the panel can't add much value. My point being that the car is at idle. You have to maintain an idle in a combustion engine. It can slowly recharge the battery at idle without too many losses, probably pretty efficiently. So when the car's on, you're going to recharge the battery, and the panel's going to become moot pretty quickly, especially the more driving you're doing. Considering the added drag and depreciation from road grit, you are likely to eat when moving what the car gains when parked. Okay, so my drag argument's an important one here, because maybe his car is just so aerodynamically pitiful that putting a spoiler on the back of the car makes all the difference. And it certainly does make a difference at different speeds. I mean, they put spoilers on cars now that are adjustable, so that those spoilers are effective. So the spoiler can be negated at slow driving, and it can be maximized at higher speeds to put more pressure, downward pressure, on your back wheels, giving your car better traction, which is converting more energy into momentum. Most cars are parked at home most of the time. I think it would be best to have the panel in a good sunny location, pointed at the sun. I didn't say that. And quick connect wire to the car in the carport. Now, his argument to the quick connect idea was it's too much trouble. So it's not too much trouble to hand carve this thing, mount it on your roof, drill holes, do all this crap, maximize the car aerodynamics of your car, understand all of these principles. That's not too much trouble. But quick connecting, especially if you're not going to use the car for a couple days and it's in the carport, no, that's too much trouble. Again, this thing is of no use if you keep your car in a garage, if you park at work at a garage or under a shady tree. This is just, you've killed the value of your panel. Don't even want to think about the problems you can create putting extra holes in the roof of a car. Yeah, that's just a personal observation that every time I've seen a hole in a car, in the roof of a car, it's always a problem. Seen cars, a lot of damage done by water. So whatever, that was my comment, and he started all this hoopla and started insulting my capacity to make simple observations about mechanical efficiency, my credibility, my thought process, my honesty. He started attacking all of those things merely because I left this fucking comment on his fucking video. Alright, and so that's why I don't take any responsibility to be generous in any respect to this asshole, this verified complete asshole. He's just a lying, slandering sack of shit promoting an idea out of his own emotional investment in the idea. Not because the science says so. None of that. Okay, so he hasn't made any... the closest thing I've seen to a retraction of his initial statement that 25% to 50% of fuel burn is kiss and make upping with batteries is that now he's reduced that to 20 to 25%. Yeah, well, when you get down to 2 or 3%, you'll start hitting the reality, fella. And he's done nothing to undo the 8 horsepower of torque going into a belt that's somehow 80% inefficient or 800% inefficient, however you want to analogize it. And that somehow it can't get any energy to this alternator that's wasting 1 horsepower and apparently not producing any electricity at all because the 30-watt panel is somehow negating its 750-watt potential of the alternator. So somehow the 750 watts is not charging the battery, but the 30 watts from the solar panel, which is only really probably 15 watts or maybe even 10, you know, because it's not angled at the sun, and it's probably going to get all, you know, dulled. The surface glass is going to get very inefficient at absorbing light eventually because of all the grit and shit banging on it all the time. Yeah. So that 8 watts is somehow critical, and the 250 watts coming out of the alternator is somehow negated and useless, and somehow it's just stealing tons and tons and tons of gallons and liters of gasoline, and it's just nonsense. Alright, so all he has for evidence is I've kept records, and so apparently he kept meticulous records of his driving and gasoline use before he did this whole panel-y stuff. For what reason? We're supposed to just think everybody does that. And then he didn't make any other modifications to the car, didn't take any air pumps off, didn't take any fuel economy things off, any other, you know, the environmental standard things or anything. He didn't tweak with the engine in any other way, didn't tweak with the aerodynamics in any other way. The only thing he did was put on this panel, this aerodynamic panel. And he's conceding he can't say for sure. Either my airfoil is 4 times more efficient than I think it is, or my solar panel is, you know, 3 times less efficient, whatever. I mean, he's leaving it up to us to guess where his calculations get broken, where his end result is not where he's accounting for something that's not possible. And he's the one making the extraordinary claim. He's making the extraordinary claim, one that Honda can't make. Even though Honda just spent that money, you know, very pretty. I show you a picture again. I mean, Honda's obviously spent real money to put this shiny, stylish crap on the car, and so somehow Honda can't make it work, and you can. Honda can't make a claim that they can save 1 mile of gasoline with that panel, and yet somehow you can claim that you're not going to get 1 mile to more a gallon. You're getting 25 to 50% more better mileage, and they can't claim 1 of that. I mean, isn't that called what would be kind of an extraordinary claim? Aren't you making kind of an extraordinary claim, and shouldn't you have extraordinary evidence? Yeah, you should.
Slice of humble pie for Gary out in Mendham.
Yeah, this is...
This morning, Gary, I made an error. I leapt to a conclusion which was erroneous.
Yeah, right. Well, so you just made a video telling me how you only have a 1.98 bullshit error rate, and then you make a big, fat, juicy, hairy error. They're very, you know, in the same video, I think. I think right after that video, where you start accusing me of taking down videos, and I never did any such thing. You accused me of having motives for taking down the videos that I never took down. So not only was your accusation about the fact that I took down a video, which I've never done, I only took down 1 video in my whole YouTube history, and that was because a woman cried for a week begging me to do it. So fuck you. So not only do you accuse me of something I didn't do, you accuse me of having motives for doing it. You called me a coward, you called me all kinds of shit, and you're going to sit there and tell me you have an error rate of 1.49%. Fuck you. You slandering jackass. You're a reckless slob.
When I discovered that you had blocked me, and I found that you had also unsubscribed...
Well, whatever. I didn't do anything, okay? I hit a block button. That's right. When I hit a block button, it means fuck you. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to look at your ugly your gob. I don't want to hear your comments. I don't want to hear anything from you because you're a rude, obnoxious motherfucker. I left a civil comment on your goddamn video, and all you did was come back at me with goddamn fucking personal insults. Okay, alleged mechanic and all this other kind of bullshit. When I hadn't even used the word mechanic, you got it from a secondhand source, and then you sit there and use it as if I've gone on the internet saying, I'm a mechanic, listen to me, I have an authority. I see my seal, see my badge. No, I didn't do any of that, so you have no right to use it against me, you motherfucking cunt.
Me from your channel. I searched ad Inmendum, and YouTube search engine led me to a list of movies made by you, and not one of them had my name in the title.
Yeah, well, who cares? Again, I just don't care about this shit. The fact is, I don't care. I blocked you. I blocked you quite honestly. I blocked the nasty, rude, shithead commenters, all right, that are going to defend your slanders of me, all right, and I block them. And all I'm saying when I block somebody is that, yeah, fuck you. I won't comment on your videos. You don't comment on mine. I don't want to know your fucking name. I think you're a lying, slandering asshole. I don't hang out with criminals. You're a fucking criminal, in my opinion. A fucking hater of the truth, a hater of science, a hater of fucking civility. Okay, you're a rude fucking motherfucking cheater and a liar, okay, and so are those fucking commenters that I blocked. I don't block people because they're being fair and honest and just speaking their mind and freely speaking. No, I'm doing it because they're fucking wrong, and they don't have a right to be wrong about me. Fuck you.
In a fit of egomania, I leapt to the conclusion that you had deleted your movies with my name in the title. Sorry about that. I was wrong.
Oh yeah, so there's your retraction. So are you going to undo the misimpressions that you put in a bunch of people's heads, the comments that you posted saying this shit? No, it's still going to be in their heads. They're probably not even going to watch your videos, right? That's how much they don't pay attention. You ought to just be a little more careful then, right, fuckwit? That's right.
Okay. While discovering that I was wrong tonight, going a different way and finally arriving at your channel page, I discovered you've also put up a movie where you say 41 minutes worth of how you think I'm a liar.
Yeah, well, I know what I said in that video over and over and over again. I emphasized the word break, 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 break. I played clips with the word break in it. I tried to make it clear to you that you have no right to say I was suggesting that somebody put a windmill on their car. Okay, I was talking about recovering lost energy in the system, and to say it's like putting a windmill on a car is, like I said, it's like calling the fan on your car a windmill, calling anything that uses air to gain electricity a windmill, and that's just bogus. It's just a bogus, irresponsible, cheap shot. You call a turbocharger putting a windmill on a car? Would that be an accurate way to describe a turbocharger? No, it wouldn't. It would be a lie.
I'm assuming that this may be the cause of a comment on one of my threads by somebody who congratulated me on causing you to have a breakdown on camera.
Yeah, so you should remember his name is that Sharpie Putz, okay? He's a slandering, malicious, little evil capitalist jackass on the internet, okay? So yeah, one of my trolls made a comment insulting me on your video, and your response should be something like, well, you know what, fucking asshole, alright? You want to slander somebody, do it somewhere else, okay? Because that's all this is, alright? You want me to just say on this video, it's not going to be posted on YouTube, so it doesn't matter. But would you just like me to open the comments section and just say, post some rude stuff about, psycho babbles on a lot's psychiatric health. So let's just talk about his psychiatric health, okay? Let's just comment over and over about his psychiatric health, as if this is about somebody's psychiatric health. Like somehow that's the subject. You don't understand how that's rude as fucking goddamn rude can get, you motherfucker?
Well, have you had a breakdown, Gary? If so, I'm sorry to hear it.
Alright, you know what? I'm not going to play the rest of that. I'm just not going to play the rest of this video. Fuck this. I mean, this is just bullshit. Coming from an asshole, who's I don't even want to go into your history, shithead, and your circumstances, but it's just rude. It's just fucking goddamn rude. All right, I make arguments on the internet. I said that in my video clearly. I make arguments in the internet. You want to counter my arguments? The whole argument's there, just as my comment makes the point I was making. And in my video, I made points about recovering the momentum energy the engine creates. That the truth is, it's there to be recovered, right? It takes a certain amount of energy to create the momentum, and you can get the momentum back again. You can recover that energy, a big giant piece of it maybe. And maybe that's a subject worth talking about, is how to recover the momentum energy in conventional auto vehicle transportationist devices. And that maybe there's ways to do that with mechanical springs, flywheels, other mechanisms that may be able to regain 25% of your momentum energy back again. Yeah, maybe that would be a good idea. But maybe it'll just be too inconvenient because, yeah, you have to step on your brake sooner than you do now. And nobody wants to step on their brakes sooner. They want to just step on it all the way, all right at the end. They want to wait until they're 5 feet away from the stop sign to actually hit the fucking brake. Yeah, but it's too inconvenient to slowly brake and regain the energy. Yeah, that's too much trouble. Just fuck you people. Fuck you people. Fuck you people. Fuck you. You're just too fucking stupid, too fucking rude, too fucking obnoxious, too fucking lazy, too fucking dirty, too fucking smelly, too fucking stinking, too fucking unaccountable, too fucking useless for goddamn fucking words. Fuck you. Oh, there was one other thing I didn't want to bring up. Yeah, I haven't heard you say it yet, but I'd just like you to say that you didn't flag my video. Just for the sake of hearing it, okay? Because I'm not going to assume you did. I'm going to assume it's one of your trolls. But I'd like you to just say it, so it's on the record, that you say, yeah, I didn't flag your video and oblige your channel to be degraded, okay, and put in jeopardy of being exterminated merely because you made a response video to my slander. I'd just like you to say the words that you weren't the one who flagged my fucking video. If you don't mind. You can find the time. Fucker.